Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now in a previous video I shared how my phone, a Samsung Galaxy S22, has become my everyday camera. There are a couple of reasons, but mainly due to fibromyalgia symptoms making it difficult to carry my Canon 40D DSLR every day. A camera can also be rather conspicuous, whereas these days so many people are on their phones, I blend right in. Most probably don't know I'm taking photos, and if I am noticed, I'm not approached as much as I would be and have been with my DSLR, especially locally in a smaller town like Leighton Buzzard. So in 2026, while I'm going about my other business like shopping, I'm making it a habit to look for shots with my phone. And in this video, I wanted to share my experience and images so far. As I mentioned previously, I shoot solely RAW and in manual settings, choosing whether to automate ISO and shutter speed settings. Sometimes both, sometimes one, and this depends on how quickly I need to react to get a shot and the type of images I might have in my mind before I go out for a walk. The phone has three lenses: ultra wide at 0.6, a wide lens, standard wide lens, and telephoto at 3x zoom, each with their own preset fixed wide apertures, something like 1.8, 2.8. I can't quite exactly remember, and I haven't written it on my script, so forgive me. While I could zoom in closer, I tend to work with the standard settings like I would do using my DSLR prime lenses. So telephoto, I tend to stay at 3x zoom and use what I see there. When you consider what I would need for these shots with my DSLR, it's considerably lighter to carry the phone. So there's my 75-300 telephoto, my 8mm fisheye lens, and my 18-55mm kit lens, which would be the standard wide, which I would tend to use at 18 or 29mm ish on my crop sensor DSLR. This one is quite light, that one's not too bad, but add it to the 40D, which is quite a weighty body, and the fisheye lens, yes, that adds quite a bit of weight, some heavy glass in there. Great lenses though, and I do like using them. And yes, I know that I have more potential with these lenses if I'm out shooting with them on my camera, and I do love using them, but I really do have to listen to my body to cope with fibro, especially with the ramping up of symptoms and this new knowledge of what is going on in my spine and how I'm really feeling that. And for this type of project, the phone is more than adequate, let alone convenient for an everyday carry. It's in my pocket all the time. I really do like the ease and speed with which I can switch the crop in the phone from 4:3 ratio to 1:1 or 16:9, which is the screen ratio for YouTube. And I find that I am shooting a lot in the 1:1 square format. I don't know why. It seems to suit what I'm seeing, what I'm shooting, and I just really like the way this looks, especially after I've processed them in a excuse me, in a style and framed them in Snapseed, which is where all of the images you're going to see today have been processed on my phone. They've not been uploaded to the computer to be processed, all done on my phone. And as I said in my last video, this speed of processing, this convenience, it really does help with the challenges I have with the way that fibro affects my vision and my cognitive function, using screens to have that quick process, do it at my leisure rather than having to go and sit at the desk. All of these factors for this type of project, this really, this meets what I need for this project. So let's talk you through some of my images from the past few weeks. The thick white frame I've added, and I've added a coloured background to this video just to highlight this, is intentional. I think this gives a sort of postcard or Instamatic Polaroid sort of feel to the images. And I think with the retro film look that I'm using, more of a blue tint to the images, for me, I think this works, and it's the style that I'm going to carry on with. With Leighton Buzzard being an old market town, we have a few locations like these where, to give a feel of what it's like being here, I need to capture a wide scene. This is where 16:9, or maybe a full screen, another setting that is there, crop, plus the ultra wide lens comes in. I'm also looking to capture the details of the older buildings in town, which you will see if you look up, because shop fronts get modernised, but if you look up above that you see the old original buildings. In this shot, 16:9 helps to crop what I want you, the viewer, to focus on. And it is important to document these buildings and these situations, just in case future renovations remove this record of history. Sometimes ultra wide helps you play with a scene, like this one of a post office van being reflected in a window, where I waited for a while hoping that a red or bright vehicle would pass by to get a reflection shot. Market days on Tuesdays and Saturdays are good days to capture some nice candid moments, excluding special events throughout the year, obviously, due to there being more people in town. However, if you wait long enough, have some patience, and mill about the town on a non-market or non-event day, there can still be some nice shots to be had. This is one of my favourite images so far, and one that I've been wanting to capture for a while, with the poster on the side of a local barber's, with the figure looking out towards the street. I was waiting for an appropriate scene to present itself. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the images and my project so far in the comments below. You will also see more as I post on Instagram. There's a link in the description, and I will look to include other locations I visit as I go about my chores, such as nearby Milton Keynes, but also if I travel to other locations. I will include those as part of this project, as part of the whole phone street photography project and idea. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please give us a like and make sure you subscribe to get future updates of new videos, and I will see you in the next video.